Now, although the Mets starting pitching has been quite a problem so far, I think it's safe to say that the most reliable starter has been Tylor Megill. In his first 9 starts of the season, Megill has surrendered 3 or less earned runs in 8 of them and has posted a 3.88 earned run average in 46.1 innings pitched. The 27-year-old is now just 1 inning shy of matching his sample from last year, where his hot start was cut short due to multiple injuries. At this point, we all know that we don't have a choice but to trust Tylor Megill. But I think the main question that I want to ask you guys is, do you believe that he can keep this consistency up? Because we've seen him fall off twice before. And can he continue this back-end consistency? Do you guys believe that he can?
I think you said a key word in why I say yes. That key word being back end. If he's your 5th starter, okay. Giving you a 4 ERA.
There's a reason why I say back end. I'll get into it, but go ahead.
5 and change every start. Give me south of 4 runs a game. That's a quality 5th starter. That's useful, especially with this rotation of just, with a couple of just literal BP throwers, and just literally could put up a freaking BP machine and probably get more productive outs. But again, he's been a productive, valued piece. And again, is he great? No. Do I hate when he's on the mound? No. Can he give you an occasional, maybe once every year, and potentially if Buck lets him off the leash, he can give you 7+ innings? I think it's possible. But as a 5th starter on a great team, he's probably in that Trevor Williams role. But again, there's no depth in the upper minor leagues with pitching, at least. He has to be kind of that 4th starter now, especially how other guys have pitched. He's kind of been the ace of the rotation. Again, as that back-end guy, this is the kind of production I want out of my 5th starter, and he's been good. Again, Buck is just saying, get up out of here after 5 every start. Maybe loosen the lanes up a little bit and let him see if he can get to that 6th, 7th inning, especially when you're overusing your bullpen every 2 days. If you're giving me productive 5 and fly, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think the key, like you said in the beginning, was the fact that he's almost already matched how many innings he pitched last year, and we're only in the month of May. So I think that as long as he's healthy, he has every possibility to do it, and that's what I want to see, because we've talked about so much. With such an older rotation, there is that high injury risk with older players. Say it every week. We know it. So having a young guy in the rotation who's just making his starts every 5 days, and like Andrew said, is not just bullpen and a BP pitcher who's given up 5 runs, and you have to overuse the bad bullpen you already have. As long as he's doing that, he's keeping you in games, making every 5 starts. He's totally fine in the background rotation. But also, like Andrew said, with how bad so many of the other guys have been, he's had to be like a mid-rotation, upper rotation kind of guy with all the injuries and inconsistencies we've seen. Even from the guys all the way at the top, when they do make their starts, we may get to him later as well. So I think that as long as he stays healthy, I know he tried to change his delivery again and his motion again to kind of get that to happen. But as long as he's healthy, he has the stuff to do it. So that's all I want to do. Just keep doing what you're doing. We don't need you to be an ace. We'll take what we're getting right now. You give me your 5 innings, your 6 innings. Keep it under 4 runs. Make the starts. We're good. That's all we're really asking here. We're not asking for anything too crazy. So I like what I'm seeing, and I think he can keep it up. So I like it.
Reason why I say back-end consistency, because I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I really don't like what type of pitcher Tylor Megill is this year. This fucking contact managing. Jeremy Hefner, what did you do to this man? What did you do to Tylor Megill? If he actually can hold this up, with how he actually is pitching right now, to be honest, no. I'm going to tell you right now, no. Because this is not how a 6'7" pitcher should be throwing. This is ridiculous. Somebody who has ridiculous extension, he should be able to sit at 97 to 98 consistently and be a explosive strikeout pitcher. And he's not, because they kind of screwed up the release point, which pisses me off, which is kind of screwed up his control a little bit. Also, he has like this little elevation of drop in his fastball that is going to just make it look like a complete hanger. His fastball is so erratic that it makes me very nervous, and I don't really like this at all. But overall, he's been consistent. He's been good, but I don't really know how long this is going to hold up. Yeah, sure. He's staying healthy, staying what? But from what I've seen, the Tylor Megill that I fell in love with, this ain't it. Let me follow that up. Would you be okay with him throwing a lot harder than he is? Do you think that he could handle that?
I'm going to say no, because I think that's one of the big reasons that led to his injuries. So I'm okay with him throwing softer and staying healthy, because if you make him a reliever and he's only doing a couple innings and he wants to throw hard, that's fine. But I think that, it comes to a point in your career where you have to make adjustments to stay on the field. We talk about it all the time, the human body is not supposed to do what pitchers do. And if this is what he needs to do to stay on the field, then by all means, this is what he has to do, because we have so many other injury concerns. This is what it has to be. Because he was trying to throw too hard. I mean, we saw he was almost at 100 in the beginning. He wanted to hit 100, and then we saw his body just fall apart right after that. So I wouldn't try it.
The shortened up windup that he put in here, I think that if you made an adjustment to that release point, you definitely could get more perceived velocity from that windup. And that's something that really frustrates me, because the problem with him is that you need a more of a horizontal movement than vertical movement with a fastball. And this guy's getting to 14 inches, 15 inches, 16 inches. He is ranging from 11 inches to 20 inches. The thing is that you can't be that erratic with a fastball, especially when you don't have a cutter or something horizontally. And that's the problem. I believe that he needs to add a cutter, but that's a different situation. If he continues to be consistent, so be it. But he had a chance to be an ace, and it's over. It's freaking over. Season over.
He's being a smarter pitcher. He doesn't, again.
No.
All the nerds want the velocity. Give me a guy who
I'm not saying I want velocity.
What's the best ability? Availability. I will take Tylor Megill at 94, giving me 5-6 guaranteed every fifth day. Then, he's throwing 100. Doesn't that sound familiar? When you're just trying to throw consistently 100 and you're always getting injured,
right?
But being the smarter pitcher and say, you know what, I'm going to do best for my body and still be productive, but be dependable.
Okay. He got compared to that very guy you're talking about. What a coincidence.
And we're talking about consistent being reliable. And we all know reliability and, availability or whatever, and coming through when it matters most. Well, there was that certain pitcher, not a thrower, who gave up 7 runs to the swinging Padres when it mattered most. And then there was that other pitcher and thrower who's now in Toronto who choked up in the playoffs. But then there's also that ace, that generational talent who gasses 100 and strikes everyone out, who actually showed up. You want to play narrative ball? I'll do it with you, bitch.
But the guy you're talking about is also hurt, right?
That guy that you replaced him with, what was he doing for the first month?
Oh.
What was that guy doing for the first month?
Verlander? Are you talking about Verlander?
No, Jose Quintana. I'm talking about Eric Orsi, actually. What was he doing for the first month?
I told you I didn't want a 40-year-old pitcher, so I'm in agreement with you there.